Outdoor adventures, watch Chuke almost die every time, guaranteed.
Greetings YouTube, Chuke here. Chuke's Outdoor Adventures, watch Chuke almost die, every hunt guaranteed. And I'm coming to you from Chuke's compound in Anchorage, Alaska. That's right. And I want to do a review of my baby Glock 26. You know, I do a lot of hunting stuff, but don't forget, Chuke also does reviews on tactical stuff, and I do consider the Glock a tactical weapon. Now, weapon check, nothing in the magazine, and the chamber is empty. So yeah, this is a Gen 4, and I really wanted a Gen 4 because I had a Gen 3 before, and I loved it. But the Gen 4 just blew me away, and I'll talk about that. But I ordered this from Dark Systems. Jeffrey Masal is an up-and-coming FFL here in Wasilla, Alaska, and you know, all the guys on all these gun club and gun trader deals on Facebook just really recommend him. I had like 5 people recommend him to me, and yeah, he was really amazing. You know, I got this $540. It's below MSRP, and it got shipped in one day. You know, I had it the next day. And anyways, the main thing that blew me away about the Gen 4 is I didn't realize that it came with 3 10-round mags. You know, stock came with 3 mags, and you know, the Gen 3 you know, only had 2 mags. So that was very impressive. Now I wanted this for concealed carry because Anchorage right now is just crazy. There's been a bunch of murders this year. I mean, the first week in January 2015, there was like a handful, or like 4 or 5 murders just the first week. So it's just been really crazy. And I really like the 26 for concealed carry. Now, I did consider the new single stack that Glock makes, you know, just because it's so thin. The only complaint I have about this pistol is it's pretty thick. You know, it's pretty wide, and you know, sometimes that's an issue with concealed carry, but it's still so small that I don't mind. But the reason why I didn't get a single stack Glock or a SIG or something is just because of these mags. It takes universal 9mm mags, and the main thing that I like about it is you can get a 17-round mag and just get this grip extension. I got the X grip on here. You know, it's super cheap off Amazon, and then it lines up, and suddenly you've got 17 plus 1 in your baby Glock. And to me, that's just incredible. I also got a Galco holster, you know, super cheap. It was like 35 bucks on Amazon or less. And show you how concealable this is. You know, I just stick it in there. You know, I still got to break it in a little bit. But this is kind of a tight t-shirt, but you know, you don't even notice it. Give it a little bit of a cant, and super concealable, super light. You know, I don't even have a major heavy gun belt on, and it's just super light, you know, and just whip out your Glock. With this holster setup, I've actually taken naps on this couch, you know, with my Glock 26 in the holster, and you know, my shirt covering it, and I just pass out on the couch. I don't even notice it. I'm so comfortable, you know, driving, everything. It's just awesome for concealed carry. Now, as you know, Chuke is obsessed with bears, so I did want to talk about the 9mm round versus bears. Now, my buddy Chris has a Glock 19, which takes the universal, I gave him one of these 17-round mags, so he stuck that in his Glock 19, and he was so sick of carrying his giant Ruger Red Hawk. He had like, I don't know, had like an 8-inch barrel on it. I already had my Ruger Red Hawk, so he was like, I'm just going to take my Glock. I'm sick of packing that thing around. You know, we are hiking 5 miles in the mountains with our sleeping bags on our backs and everything. So he took his Glock 19, and it's super controversial about the 9mm round versus grizzly bear. You know, on all the Alaska Gun Club and gun trader discussion boards, somebody always brings that up. What's the best round for grizzly bear? 44 mag, 357, or 10mm? And then within 5 minutes, there's like 100 comments, and everybody's arguing, argue. And it's kind of fun, you know. And basically, a lot of the consensus is, and I agree with it, is that 44 and mag up for a pistol is not ideal, but that's what you need to take a grizzly down. You know, 45 long Colt, 454, 500 Smith & Wesson. You got to have the right rounds in it. But that's what you need. However, a 9mm has been known to penetrate a grizzly bear's skull. I'm sure at a far distance from the wrong angle there have been some that have glanced off, but it's been proven you can come up to a grizzly bear and penetrate its skull with the right ammo, a plus P, jacketed, or lead 9mm. You will penetrate a grizzly skull and you can actually kill one quickly. Now the problem is, try shooting a softball that's thrown at your head behind you in the woods. You don't know what direction. It's going 35, 40 miles an hour, and you got to whip around, get your gun ready, and shoot a moving softball. That's what you're up against if you're getting charged by a grizzly that's sneaking up against you. I mean, it's almost impossible. You hit it anywhere else with a 9mm, it's just going to get mad and eat you. And you got to get it right in its brain chasm, and which is very difficult. Now, if it's doing some false charges and creeping up from you from the front, you might be able to get a good shot with a 9mm, and if you've got this 17-round mag, just unload right in its brain, and you'll penetrate the skull and kill it very quickly. But, definitely not advised. I mean, it'd be very hard to do. There has been these stories out there that people have done that before, but anyways, I'm not going to use this for bear protection, but, this is for the two-legged variety, but that's my review of the Glock 26 Gen 4. Just very impressed with it. I really like this gun. Yeah, don't forget to hit the subscribe button down there, and in just a couple days I'm going to hit the Winter King Derby in Homer, Alaska, fishing for king salmon in the winter here, and spring's right around the corner, so got a lot of adventures coming up. So thank you, YouTube. Chuke, your friend in the field.